Boom shakalaka, after a very strong price rejection and crash, here's some actually good news for Bitcoin and the only 3 charts you should be concerned with. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Riley here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including after the brutal price drop the past few days, the only real charts you need to concern yourself with. Before we get into it, guys, like the video. Now today, look at this, fear and greed all the way down to 60, plummeting from last week and last month in a green greed all the way down to the puke colored greed. The overall market sideways today, Bitcoin at 43,037, Ethereum at 25.52, BNB at 305, Solana $97, XRP 57 cents, Cardano 54 cents, Avalanche $36, and Dogecoin 8 cents. And Bitcoin, after breaking through 2 lines of support, has finally found some support on the 50-day moving average. And if we take a look, has broken on the volume profile below very strong support at $44,000, broken below there. Still, if you zoom out above my halving price prediction, $40,000 at the time of the halving, generally Bitcoin price is around the fair value price at the time of the halving, which this year is roughly $40,000. Keep an eye 4 months, same price. There is a chart coming up which also suggests this may occur. Now, should this be a surprise? Maybe, maybe not. Turns out the 4-year cycle still on track from the top to the bottom. The 0.618 fib has historically been resistance for Bitcoin when it hits those levels. Guess what? The 6.18 fib is at 48.5. Bitcoin hit that price and was rejected. No matter what time frame you're looking at, the 3-month, the 6-month, the 9-month, or the 12-month, aka 1 year, the top bodies of all of these charts, roughly $47,000, that line in resistance that Bitcoin price could not break through, and subsequently tumbled down to the last remaining support at $42,000 to $43,000, where roughly 1.11 million Bitcoin were bought at that level and have not yet been sold. If we break through there, there's kind of a bit further down to go. $30,000 would be the next really key level. But barring that happening, there is a possibility based on this chart here, where right now the magic bands, Bitcoin hit the middle magic band right here, 49.2, just touched that line like you can see. And historically, after touching a blue line, generally finds support on the yellow line, the level 2 line right now, which right now, $33,000. So there's a possibility price may drop down to those levels, or there's a possibility it may not. We have this year-long support trend line right here, $42,000 support, unlikely to break through, has broken through before, but quickly resumed finding support for Bitcoin. Now, if we take a look at the weekly candle, looking uglier by the minute, the TD sequential is taking a look at the sell signal right here, which suggests that we might see a 1 to 4 weekly candlesticks before Bitcoin resumes an uptrend, getting kind of close to what we're looking at, maybe not all the way out towards the halving, but getting close where we may be going sideways for quite a while with Bitcoin price. Now, you didn't just come here for all the bad news. We stacked the bad news up first just so that you can get through it, and then eventually you feel better towards the end of the episode, because I love to leave you guys with a happy ending. Well, the Bitcoin RSI on the daily has gone down to 50. The last few times this has happened, as soon as it breaks below 50, Bitcoin price bounces back. So why would this time be different, particularly when we are still in a bull market? The RSI has bounced below the 50, likely for Bitcoin price to bounce back. Why? Well, we're at the same territory in the parabolic run-up and the RSI down here at the bottom, same levels that have triggered very strong rallies historically, 2013, 2017, and 2020. And once again, we are in that same territory for Bitcoin. Also, 2024 and 2025 are years where the global liquidity cycle is expected to increase or accelerate. And the more money in the system, generally, the higher prices go across the board for all assets, including Bitcoin. And if you really need to know more, how about the actual supply of Bitcoin? The only ETF ever with a fixed supply asset. Well, Bitcoin illiquid supply is just continuing to march up, the highest it's ever been. So when the frenzy happens, it's going to pump the price, probably unlike anything anyone's ever seen historically, aside from like Black Friday shopping events where people trample each other for TVs that are $100 off. But I digress. This chart right here, Bitcoin is signaling something that has not happened since 2016. How many of you, show of hands, would have liked to have owned Bitcoin in 2016? Yeah, me too, because guess what? It did 100x there, and then it did another, 20x there. Well, once again, we are seeing that happening, where we have a cross of the 21 EMA and 50 SMA. Last time this happened, 100x for Bitcoin. Well, what could happen this time? I don't know, but this is a pretty rare signal, one that you probably don't want to get all butthurt just because the price dropped a few percent in the past few days. As a matter of fact, based on just some Elliott wave patterns and some fib pitchforks, well, based on this, we're looking bare minimum $200,000 Bitcoin this cycle, bare minimum. So that's all for today's episode. If you enjoy it, push the like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.